Alright, welcome back to the third and final part of the night. As we have arrived at Storm's Cantina. You guys pull your car up, kind of park around the back area. Tay is indeed camouflaged. She's become one with Roxy. So you guys walk in and the music kind of gets a little bit louder. The place is busy as always. A great place to kind of handle private matters and stuff like that. And as a matter of fact, they have several small private rooms that you can pay to get access to. And with your newfound wallets, there is some hard cash in there, as well as credits cards. But those those probably wouldn't be too good to use because they would kind of give away where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do you guys want to do? And for chat and everybody else, I'm going to blow the image up so you guys can see Clara. And is a Pragmite.
That is pretty weird that just on random I picked something that's pretty close to
I know.
already.
It's pretty awesome. That's why I'm saying, like, when you showed me that image, I was like, all right, perfect. Nailed it. So she is so there's like a couple of variations of Pragmites, and she is one of the more aquatic types. She actually has gills and stuff. I guess they're amphibious, I would say her kind is. I would love to put the band music on, but that's copywritten. I'm using royalty-free stuff.
I need to go get a new suit or something. Because I can't just, flaunt in here with my boobs out.
No, you're not doing that any longer. You've kind of mended it on the drive here once you got away.
Okay, that's great. Safety pins are awesome.
Yeah.
Roxy just turned around and just said, "Here, watch," and made a gelatinous spike through that just pinned it back together. And
There you
just
go.
Went pop and just popped her finger off in it.
Ew.
Just got this jello finger that's holding it together on both sides.
Yeah.
Nasty. So, Claire's kind of like she's nervous.
So before
but she's just
before we
following
go
you
in,
guys.
Vasily wants to take the car and put it under one of these things.
Oh,
so
like
it's
under a tent?
Yeah, so it's
All right. We'll say that it's under it. Yeah, it's like that's why I was saying it's already around back and kind of out of the way. So it's like there's some awnings and stuff back here that you're able to park under.
And would I know if there's any way that they could have tracked us electronically?
Only if we
With
use
your
the credits
car
card.
and your modifications, hell no.
Good. Alright,
That's
so
why
I'll
he was
want
so
to
pissed
pick
off
up
to
the
begin with.
phone.
They had to rely on sight to follow you to begin with. And that's why all the other cars were like, "What the hell? We can't use radars?"
So I'll just be playing with and fiddling with the plasma rifle, trying to modify it.
All right. Who's going to take the lead on the discussion then?
So,
Dee, you got the
Yes, I
persuasion.
will.
so why did you end up in a burger joint?
Naked.
Could we perhaps find somewhere more private to discuss this?
Oh, yeah, could we, give her, throw a blanket on it.
Throw a blanket on her.
Yeah, let's go
I mean,
to one
I
of
was
the
just
back rooms.
asking you if you were, hungry for a burger.
that is not why she was there.
So Vasily said, "Don't worry," and goes over to the bar and just asks for one of the private rooms.
Yeah, and the bartender there is actually a friend of yours, Vasily. So they say that the back corner one is open, no charge.
Sweet.
They normally send you here when they have jobs or something like that for you to do here. So there's a couple
So
tables
no,
here.
it's secure.
Yeah. So you
Even
guys get back
then,
here to the
Vasily will still just glance around and make sure there's no bugs or anything.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, you want to give me a hacking check to see if you can hack the doors to close unless you open them.
I keep wanting to do 1d20. I'm so used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I set several macros for mine, just like +1 through 3, and -3 through 1.
Alright, so
Alright.
it's +4, it's 10, but it would be the takes long, but it doesn't actually because of my ability.
Yep, you just get it all locked down. You lock both doors, no problem. And turn around, and she's like, "I've been on the run for 3 days now. I
And you thought
arrived
a burger joint was a good idea to hide at?
at the time. It was, and
Have
she
you had their fries when they do it right? Come on.
exactly. She
No, I
says
was
that
gonna have a Slurpee, but it kind of got blown out of my freaking hand.
they kidnapped her, and the vessel she arrived here 4 days ago, and she escaped while they were trying to transport her with her. She teleported out of there, and so she got away as best she could. But when they had transported her, of course, they brought no clothes, no nothing, and plus her teleporting, if she had clothes on, wouldn't work anyways because she just leaves her clothes behind.
So, do I know whether that's just a part of her like sub race of our people? That's one of their abilities.
No, it is not.
So I know
Okay.
she's using some kind of innate ability. Then.
Yeah, that's something you haven't seen come from Pragmite ever. She's kind of confused on the whole situation, and she's not sure why it's so important. But she just knows that this group of people is after her. And if you want, you can give me you can give me just a mind check. She's a jumper. You can give me a mind check if you
You
want.
saw that movie.
To kind of remember, and I'll give everybody a +1 on this, to remember what organization you were just going up against.
Yeah.
Shit.
There you go.
So while you're taking a long time to think about it, Vass,
Sorry.
Roxy is a jelly brain. Both of y'all are taking a while. You're like trying to remember, and Lily, you remember almost immediately that was Triad of the Quads. And
Had to be a pretty big deal if they were willing to use that tank thing in broad daylight.
Exactly. But you had seen some of the marks on their necks, and it was just 4 circles and a triangle in the middle, and that's Triad of the Quad symbol.
Triad of quads.
Yeah, pretty awesome people. She asked, she asked if she can hang out with you guys. You guys seem capable, and she needs a place to chill until she has somebody come rescue her, essentially from New Pragma or Neo Pragma.
Why don't we just take you where you're going?
I don't think you could afford that. She explains that she has to get back home, and an off-world excursion would take quite a large amount of money.
Vasily just holds up her little her cybernetic arm that's got the computer built in and just goes, Money's just, numbers on the computers. We can fix that.
And I'll
Well-
hold up those cyber guys' wallets, like looking through the cards.
This
and stuff.
this amount is actually quite a bit. It's hard to fake. The other thing is that when you pop up your computer and you start checking your armband, you see 2 alerts. One is a local news alert for major explosions at the new Burger Me Now and down the major highway that's going through the city, as some sort of car chase seemed to happen roughly an hour ago. And the other alert is a bounty that has been put out by Mad Runners and Triad of the Quads, and all you have is a blurry picture of a purple woman, or a purple figure, I should say. And the bounty is for 1 million credits, which is no laughing matter. It's essentially for $1 million. And the bounty's got its own forum and message comment system, and the Mad Runners and the quads, the Triad of the Quads, are basically just going at each other's throats over who this person belongs to. Mad Runners seem to have brought her to this world, but the Triad seems to have kidnapped her from them, and that's how you ran into them. So she's been tossed all kinds of sideways.
Is the barkeep a good enough friend that I know he wouldn't roll on me for money?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
this is a non-bounty poaching place.
This is a safe house.
Essentially, yeah. There's
Okay,
to
so
be
they're
no
not gonna
bounty
sell
hunting
for
inside the
us.
cantina.
All right. So Vasily will step out and. make
Otherwise,
sure
you'll get a $1 million bounty put on your head.
Yeah. So Vasily will step out and make sure the doors are still locked under only her code.
And he's like 75% robot. This person at the counter. You know him as Junk Heap.
Yeah. So we'll talk to Junkie and say, "Hey, can I have a look at what's in your lost and found box, or just whatever people have left after they got dealt with here, or too drunk and start taking things off?"
Yeah, man. Storage room's all yours.
All right. So Vasily will go head back to the storage room and start rummaging around. She's looking for a few things. The first thing she's looking for is a pair of any kind of boots that will have either a platform or a heel on them to change what is her name again?
Clara?
To change Clara's height, so she doesn't look like she's the right height, and then whatever kind of clothes she can find, and especially if she can find something that's usually only worn by another race, getting stuff like that, so that she can wear it if there's anything back there,
Alrighty.
or if not, just at the very least some kind of cloak or something.
Alright, give me a figure out check. That's your mental ability
All right. Plus, I get the bonus to
for figuring it out. Yep.
figure out. So that's a plus. Is it 2 or 3? Let me check. This doesn't involve any technology stuff, does it?
Or are my bonuses about
really. No.
disguising?
You're just
Is
searching and
that
investigating.
just for me?
Yes, it
Is
is.
it
Just for
okay,
you.
so I can't help her disguise then.
Correct.
Out of combat.
Yep, out of combat, bad outcome.
So I'll just have it takes a little while. So,
Alright, so you spend some
talking
time-
about I miss.
While Vasily's back there searching, you guys want to do anything with Carla? Clara?
You know, we got that extra. You have my leftover crystal repeater, and we've got the plasma pistol from the other guy. So if you wanted to give her one of the weapons so she's armed, you could. Lily, you'd
Yeah.
have to pick which one.
Yeah.
Pistol would be the safest.
Oh yeah, you want your shield back? Really?
Oh yeah, Lily, get your shield back. She has it stuck in her,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
hand. Alright, so you get your
Here,
shield
have
back.
a gumball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vasily
And Clara
would-
takes the pistol. She kind of looks at it confused, but... What's that, Vasily?
Just looking
Ever
for all
fired
those
one
clothes.
of those
Basically,
before?
stuff to disguise all of them.
Alright, well you eventually find the stuff to give everybody a +1 to disguise checks. Once it's all put on.
All right.
Yeah.
Did I find anything else?
No, I was just thinking about that, but you didn't find anything else back there. So you unlock the door, get back in, rehack it closed, hand everybody their stuff. It's just stuff to cover up, like old jackets.
I'm just gonna look at her and go, why?
Because they, even though you can change what you look like, they know you can do that. So they just know to look for somebody who's purple.
Vasily came
Oh,
back.
just because
no,
I'm purple, that means
Vasily,
I'm the only.
Vasily came back with a small pack of food coloring.
See how it says they're looking for a purple person
Yeah.
for $1 million? I don't think they're gonna care if you're the wrong purple person.
That's what I was saying. You came back with a pack of food coloring.
All right. So,
Everybody is mesmerized as you drop like 3 or 4 dots, and it kind of like slowly
Yeah.
starts to swirl around.
It's like, Roxy, do a little dance.
Yeah, you
Shake
gotta
it up.
jiggle.
Instead, she just vibrates,
Yeah.
vibrating intensifies. Oh, now
I'm on
she's
fire.
like a blackish purple. Good old
Like, this is
pigments.
not gonna change.
Yeah.
I can.
All right, fine. I'll stop doing the drops and just opens the whole bottle cap.
There, you guys can see her name now. Let me make sure it's NBC there. All right. So, I guess the question is, Vast, do you want to turn her in for the bounty? guys aren't restricted by alignments or anything, so I'm just going with what you
Yeah.
want to do. If you don't want to, you can try and help her. There might be something more in it for you, but that would take some investigation and stuff.
What kind of
Well, the question I asked her was, have you ever fired one of those before? Because she looked at it really confused.
Yeah, so she goes, I know how, but no.
So here's my question as Vasily is like, how strong are the ties between the Pragmites with each other? Do they all sort of like stick together because, like, what's happened on this planet previously? Have other
So
races...
the Pragmites were actually native to another planet in a different solar system not too far from here. And they banded together due to climate failure and basically the planet going to shit, and found a habitable planet and terraformed it to form Neopragmite, or Neopragma. And they're pretty freaking proud of this place. That said, those that are actually born on Neopragma are pretty close with each other. Planets are almost seen as
like a neighborhood?
citizenships and stuff like that, or as nations. Thank you. So they're kind of pretty close to each other. I don't think that if you were like neutral, you would probably lean more towards like maybe turning her into the right person, like rescuing her or something along those lines.
That's what I think we're leaning at. But the other thing is, what races are the triads and the other guys mostly composed of?
So the triads are mostly just a bunch of rowdy roughneck humans. The Mad Runners are mostly androids and cybernetic people.
All right. Vasily has no interest in turning her in.
Okay. So what about Roxanne, Lily? And you guys have done work together in the past. You're kind of like just a small crew.
But you would know that Vasily has no interest in turning her in. But if you both were going to, Vasily wouldn't fight you over it. She'd be pissy about it.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Fight you.
I could care less either way as long as we're making some sort of money. And I just made quite a bit off these wallets.
No, I don't really care to. I would like to hear her out more about what in the world is going on and why she was kidnapped and all that junk.
Okay. Well, she says that she works in bioresearch with a popular company by the name of Biochemical Foundations. And essentially what they try and do is find better ways for terraforming instead of just like going in, bombing stuff, or violently changing an atmosphere to suit everybody. She says that she hadn't always been able to do this teleporting. She actually... It happened in a freak accident while she was working. Where did that go? There it is.
Oh,
There we
it's
go.
not something we can get added to our cybernetics then.
She says that she's been trying to find the office here. She's not familiar with the area, and she hasn't had access to any kind of maps or anything like that, and nobody's been really helpful towards her. But she's trying to find their head office, and most of these head offices are, kept secret, well hidden, and well protected kind of things, because of the nature of what they do. Could be turned against them, or some of the stuff could be stolen and used in biohazardous warfare. So they try and keep it on the down low. So if you wanted to turn her in and try and help her get to one of those places, you could, but it would take some investigation, some careful planning, and then getting to that place and kind of dropping her off, and perhaps seeing what they would offer to begin with. You got to get contact first.
You got
Contact
Google or anything?
Vasily, you could use profession hacking. Everybody else could use figure out, which is mental ability.
I don't have that.
It's just, if you don't have anything, it's just a base D20, or sorry, 2d6. Alright.
Nope.
Neither of you are able to do it, so Vasily, start typing up on your arm.
Alright. So she starts looking into trying to just find
Some information to begin with.
just the basic stuff and see if she can get any sort of contact information from old jobs that they may have posted.
Okay.
Like maybe even stuff that's expired but not really expired, just where it
Yeah.
says like send email or whatever to
Right.
blah, blah, blah. So once she's got that, she's
Oh,
just
make the
gonna-
roll for it. The hack roll. Profession
I
hacking.
did. I got an 11.
Oh, okay. I saw theirs coming first. Sorry.
I got a 2.
Yeah, so yeah, then you get a good outcome.
That's why I was confused. I was like, what else are you waiting on from
Yeah,
me?
sorry, I didn't see that.
That's okay.
So, doesn't take long to do. Goes according to plan, or nothing was used in the process.
Well, it never takes long to do because
Yeah.
All right, so you find it in a matter of seconds instead, then. And not only do you find it in a matter of seconds, you find an actual video call number that you can get a hold of one of the representatives at BHF, or sorry,
I know
BCF.
enough to keep it from being able to be like traced, back traced. You know?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you have the stuff that can change your background, so it doesn't even look like you're where you're at. If they were to try and track you, it's coming from 3 different locations, and your background is a freaking picture of like Hawaii or something. Some rolling beaches.
They're like, this
or
is
whatever.
the right planet.
Yeah.
You don't even know that.
You gotta link that. She found a xenomorph force. It's safe for work.
What?
Did.
A xenomorph force.
Xenomorph horse.
Yeah,
That's
a real
for
xenomorph force.
I gotta see this.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Alright, so Vasily will just say.
I'm gonna post it in Twitch chat.
Vasily will just look over to Claire and just be like,
Or, well, here, everyone will be able to see it if you click it, babe.
Alright, for the stream, before we get back to this. Xenomorph force. Jeez, it's terrifying.
actually, since it's hooked through my cybernetics, I can just make it so even if other people are talking, it only hears me. Because it's
Yeah.
not actually picking up my voice, it's just picking up what I want it to transmit.
Right.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and make the call.
Alright.
Call them up.
So, you've reached Franklin. How may I help?
Hi, Frankie. We've got. Sorry, Franklin. It's been a little bit of a day. We've got some cargo of yours that you lost a few days ago on Neopragma.
Cargo. I'm sorry, could you clear it up a little further?
You mean
I'm
you
not
lost
aware of
more than one?
a missed shipment.
Well, are you aware of a missed passenger anywhere?
You found Clara?
I can say that we know where she is.
So she's not with the Mad Runners or the Triad.
Vasily just goes like, does it look like I got any tattoos on me or anything? No.
You
Why
have
would I be
cybernetics.
Well, a girl has to have her secrets.
All right. Well, what's the demand?
I'm not sure that we have any demands. We're not holding her captive. I'm curious what you'll give.
She's invaluable to us at this current point in time, as you've probably experienced yourself. She's highly sought after.
Yeah, she's got some neat tricks.
Can you hold a moment?
Sure.
All right. So
Don't bother trying to track, by the way.
after he
It'll be a
he
waste
hits
of
hold right before you say that, and you immediately get tracking pings on you. And unbeknownst to him, you can hear him even though he has it on hold, because you just freaking hack right by it, right? So he actually goes off. You hear a door close. A few minutes later, you hear the door slide back open. and two sets of footprints come in, and they're both talking really fast. And they're saying, yeah, no, he has them. They're not demanding anything. I'm not sure what we should do. I mean, obviously give them the coordinates, but there's got to be something else. I mean,
Can we hear this conversation? Or is it
no,
only
just Vasily can hear it.
Yeah, because it's going through my cybernetics.
Yeah. And so,
Like, you trust these people?
we don't want them to give away the coordinates to this place or anything, so do you think we can give them that instead? And the other guy responds with, I'm sure that it would be more than worth their efforts if we gave them one, yes. Click, click. You still there?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know, though. I mean, it's kind of rude to go and try and find where people are, don't you think?
Well, we are protecting major assets. We couldn't find you anyways.
Oh, I know.
So, as you said, a girl's got to keep her secrets. We've got to keep our facility protected. We're talking a 4-person shuttle, extra planner, or extra planetary. Geez.
Planetary?
Yes.
Jeez, we're getting a spaceship out of this?
Now, is that
No,
just
I think they're coming.
or are you giving us that as your deal?
If you arrive, you can take it. If you
What kind of
arrive with her,
armaments does it have?
it's just a basic setup. It's got 2 plasma cannons, and it's got a 2-layer hollow shield. And in your terms, it is pretty basic, but it is at least enough to keep yourself safe from like 2 or 3 lone bandits.
Vasily's just like, yeah, if we were transporting, some spice or something like that, that'd probably be enough. But at the same time, we just evaded. Do you watch the news on Neil Pragma, by the way?
Yes, we've
Did
been
you hear about all
keeping
those
up with it.
explosions and stuff?
We did.
Okay, did you know they had a hover tank?
Yes.
Yeah. So
We
if they
don't.
can just pull that together in broad daylight, don't you think it might be worth sending something a little better armed or at least better shielded?
They're asking for more stuff. More than a. All right. We'll have to give up some of our fun.
Did he actually put them on hold?
No. He's like holding the. You
We
can
can get
almost
our-
tell that he's like trying to keep his voice off of the thing.
Yeah, but he can still hear what I want to say, right?
Yeah.
That's all
We
I'm
can
saying.
get our car
if
repaired.
it's not worth enough of your time to protect her, I mean, there is that million credits already.
You
And
get
then our
an
lives-
update on your phone, and he says, or it's not on your phone, but on your arm, and he says that plus the ship. And you look down, and it's 1.5 million credits, which is enough to kind of mess with the ship how you want. At least add one extra feature to this ship.
Yeah.
He says that up front plus the ship with her safe arrival.
All right. Are you sending a pilot?
A
Or is,
pilot?
the shuttle, is it already on the planet?
No, it's here at the facility.
I thought you didn't want us to go to your facility.
No, I'm going to give you the coordinates to deliver her to us. And once you arrive here safely, you can take the shuttle.
Okay.
Safely with her, he reiterates.
You should get their name.
Oh, I did. It's Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin.
Ask her if she knows a Franklin.
So Vasily will just mute it for a second and look over Clara and say, "Do you know anybody named Franklin?"
Yes! Are you speaking to him now?
Yeah.
Okay, tell him I'm okay.
Hold up. And so she'll pull like a little patch off of the cybernetic on her arm that's basically like a handheld device, and just hand it to Clara and just let her hold it, and so they'll patch her into the call briefly.
Oh, okay. So she speaks up and she talks to Franklin for a little bit. And
So Vasily's still like got her hand on it, so she can cut her off if she wants to.
yeah, no, they just like quickly catch up, And he says that they're arranging for you to arrive safely here at the facility. He doesn't give her any of the details or anything.
Alright.
Alright. We good?
Takes
We
it back.
good.
Just says, alright, so you know we've got her. From what she told you, you know that it's obviously if we wanted to deal with her or give her away to somebody else, we would have already done it.
Alright.
So, not tricking you, not doing anything like that. So
Yep.
if you want to have some guards on hand or somebody in case somebody's following us, it'd probably be a good idea.
Yes, we'll dispatch. So they say that. The call gets straightened out. Once you guys are ready to leave, give me a disguise check.
And
I don't have that, so just a normal.
No, you're gonna add it.
You have a +1.
Because
Okay.
You have a
Oh,
disguise.
right. Because of the.
Also, is that a mental or a physical or what?
disguise is
Like
mental
disguise
or
is
innate. So
Okay,
you
so
actually have a
you-
10.
Okay.
$11 and a
You
10.
get more than that. You have an automatic bonus, don't you?
I have a +1 because you gave me a disguise, and I also have another +1 because I have
Skill focus.
skill
Okay.
focus on disguise. I also have a skill focus on hide, so I don't know if that would.
You'll get an additional +1 because of your polymorph ability. So you actually have an 11. All right.
What was Clara's?
Hers base was 11.
Dang.
You guys, as you're walking out, spot members of Mad Runners looking about, kind of like, and Junkheap tips you off to them. He's like, he does that. You guys all kind of like look over and glance and kind of try and blend in better with the crowd. The Mad Runners do not notice you as you go out the back door,
Yay.
slip into your vehicle, and begin the drive
Can
to
I?
the facility that they sent coordinates to shortly after the call.
Does our car happen to have any sort of like?
Cloaking.
I'm not thinking that our car would probably have cloaking. I don't think we're that wealthy, but like just like the cheap sort of. Oh, it looks a different color now.
Oh, with the lights, it just reflects.
Like just change like light colors or something on it. Like just something you'd usually have a switch for. Even now, people have the stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's cool. Some undercarriage lights change color.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm waiting for this to load real fast.
That or if they were on before, turn them off, or if they were off before, turn them on.
Mhm.
Just anything to make it look different.
World, this thing is not one to load.
Gasp! Who surpassed me? Icy! You slut!
You huss bucket.
Really quickly fix this. For some reason, the original image got all skewed and screwed up. Alright, there we go. With that. Yeah. You arrive at the facility. Because that disguise check was the last chance for combat tonight.
I love the music.
Yeah. You walk in, they got elevator music playing.
I love that it's like a pseudo tropical one, and Vasily would just come in and just be like, I gotta stop picking that Hawaiian background.
Lily would have been like, I'm at the bar.
So you walk in,
Get me a Slurpee.
Yeah.
and it's actually
You should have said
Front-ended.
that when I was negotiating.
it's front-ended by one of the hotels in the city.
I couldn't
Oops.
hear it.
Yeah, but you knew that Vasily was making negotiations, I could have demanded that a Slurpee machine be installed into the ship.
Alright, so you guys arrive.
We got 1.5 million credits for this, maybe,
Yeah.
if they're not about to screw us.
Nah. The guy that you were talking to shows up as I duplicate you guys because I had you on the wrong layer. Shows up. You guys arrive and talk to Franklin for a little bit. He gives Clara a hug and kind of walks back with her and says, go talk at the front desk. And that's this reception area here.
Vasily will still look over to Clara just one last time and be like, "You all right?"
She nods and she just like gives a thanks and she says, "We'll make sure to get you taken care of."
Oh, don't worry about that. We already made sure of that.
All right. Once again, thank you so much. I sense a promising career with you guys. And as you guys kind of walk up to past the reception area and over to the reception desk, the person at the front counter is dressed all fancy, nice round glasses, looks up and types in some information, and says that you guys, if you need to rest after a long day, the guest suite here and the lounge is all you, and that your ship is waiting. If you were to take the antechamber here, past the conference room, your ship is waiting.
Alright, so Vasily will say, "Go ahead and just transfer the electronic key over to me."
Oh, they hand you
funds transfer.
a key, and you have a 4-seater vessel. That looks like that.
Nice.
I got one more question for you. Do you guys have like a cafeteria or something here?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You got the lounge here and everything.
Okay.
So you guys have full access to it all.
Do you have a Slurpee machine in your lounge?
No, but we could have some frozen drinks made for you.
Oh, I was just wondering if you had the machine. I was gonna buy it and put it in the ship.
No, unfortunately we don't. But Vasily, you think back and certainly that place hasn't opened back up yet, and they did have a Slurpee machine. Perhaps next time, the quest for a Slurpee machine will begin.
Yeah.
That is all I had for tonight. I'm not going to get quite into experience points yet, but note that you would have a good sum after tonight. Let's see. Actually, no, I can do experience points now. I've got the system in for it, so let's see here.
I ran a guy over and blew up a car.
Times 9.
I suffocated some dude. I don't know if I actually killed him or just knocked him out. I hope I just knocked him out.
You dropped him.
One dude got killed.
Oh yeah, no, I did. That's right. He just
knocked
landed
out.
on his head. He
Yeah,
passed.
Vasily's the cold-blooded one who
Then the
ripped the
tank
guy in half
escape.
with a car.
That was worth another 20, so 56. Plus that last one, so we're going to say 70. I'm going to say 24 experience points to each person. And to put that into perspective,
That's a lot for this.
that means, let me get down to the leveling system, to level up your abilities in a fast-paced setting, which this is a fast-paced setting, it costs 20 experience points. To level up your skill bonus and or to add another skill focus, it costs 10. And special actions are 20 as well. However, each time you level it up, it gets a little bit harder, so it's actually 20 times the number of points already in it. So if you had 2 points in physical and you wanted to add a third, it would be a total of 40 experience points to get it to 3.
So how much do we get?
You each got 24, I believe? Yeah, 24.
Mm-hmm.
So that's enough to get 2 skill bonuses or a new ability point. Average, on just to explain the system, fast pace is base 20 and then 10, or average is 40 and 20, and slow is 80 and 40.
So what about the ones that we don't have any plus to? Is that still 20? So the first
Yes.
2 points are 20.
Yeah, the first 2 are just the base.
Okay.
and then after that it starts essentially doubling. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope the audience enjoyed. I had fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
We'll go over really quick questions, I guess, and we'll do an inspiration sort of system where you can re-roll the lowest one. You don't get to, you don't re-roll the whole roll. You just re-roll the lowest dice, and we'll just say that each of you get experience point, or sorry, inspiration.
I added an extra attribute that just says XP, and I'll add one that says inspiration and put 1 out of 1.
Okay, sounds good. So Roxy, something cool that Roxy got to do tonight.
I just shield bashed a bunch of people.
You lived Sab's dream.
Yeah.
Vasily, something cool that Vasily did tonight.
It was beautiful to watch. Vasily piloted the hell out of that thing.
Right? That ship's looking very tantalizing.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Lily. Something cool Lily did tonight. Spent most of the session topless, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
I
Roxy.
flashed my way into some money.
Roxy, something cool somebody else did.
Well, there was a lot of cool stuff, really. Vasily with the piloting was fantastic.
Agreed. Vasily, something cool somebody else did.
I'm gonna go with Roxy just completely tanking them and not taking damage the entire time.
Yeah, that shield defense build is a little crazy. Alright, Lily.
Same thing. Roxy's just like... I just imagine her
became
shields
tank.
are like just enveloped by her jelly, and so she could just manipulate spikes on the end of it as she wills and stuff.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Alright. What didn't you like tonight, Roxy?
I lost my Slurpee and I never got to have
Right,
the
you
said
never got
Slurpee.
one back. You didn't even get the chance to get a machine bot.
I need a drawing of Roxy, just like a chibi drawing of Roxy hugging a giant Slurpee.
Vasily, what did you not like?
That would be amazing.
I'm going more with the gameplay system of it. I think that I'm not sure if this is actually a drawback or not. I really like everything we've done so far, and I think this is maybe just because I got used to the whole Pathfinder thing. The fact that you can actually screw up and not get anything but a movement or a single action, it just feels weird that you can't get at least like one tile movement.
Yeah.
But I think again that's just because I'm so used to you can at least always get a 5-foot step even in serious combat situations. But I don't know that I dislike that. It's just going to take getting used to.
Yeah, and that's done. I am final. This is a very early stage on how I handle actions on rounds. Lily.
I'm kind of in the same mindset to where it's just something that getting used to. I liked how tonight ran, but it seemed like we were getting a lot of bad outcomes.
And that is how it's supposed to be at the beginning.
Yeah, then again, we are like playing Pathfinder Mythic tiers and everything, where everything's like quote unquote
what
easy.
I also need to do is to rename that, because it's not necessarily a bad outcome. A bad outcome is a success, but something
outcome.
bad. Yeah, neutral would be good.
Yeah.
It's something that is balanced. Like you guarantee damage still, or you guarantee you still do the thing you wanted to do, or close to it. But something, it has a drawback. Whereas the poor outcomes are the actual bad outcomes.
Yeah.
I think renaming them would.
That was an example of a bad outcome.
Yeah, I think renaming them would work a little bit better because just the mindset it puts players in. If you're like, I keep getting bad outcomes.
Right. Yeah.
it just
Right,
feels
right.
defeating.
Yeah.
But also, I think like since we're still low level and we were still able to do this well, it's a really, I think exactly as it is the perfect introductory level to everything.
Yeah.
And then, like, these might even be just, like, advanced builds. Like, you should probably, in future builds, should be able to just stack defense that high.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I want to do, is get a good, just a good idea on the mechanics.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably icy. Well, a great outcome would be, like, getting two sixes on the d6, which is when you get to choose two of the good outcomes. You get what you wanted plus two good things. Yeah. Overall, was a decent, like, felt good, felt fun.
Yeah, I
It's a little
really enjoyed
it's a
it.
little clunky, but it's the first time it's ever been played like this.
I really liked it, and it was honestly just so much more fast-paced. Because
Yeah.
you don't have to constantly be like, oh, let me look on my list of 88 skills here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still like kind of working on that ability system, like where it can be, I guess where it makes a little bit more sense. I hope everybody else liked it. I came up with this adventure in less than an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all.
While I was playing Hearthstone and playing a little Final Fantasy. So I like how fast it is to build an adventure with the system, which is it's what kind of like it's nice to be as a game master to be able to just slam stuff out and it just works and sticks and makes sense, and you don't have to think too much beyond what your story is and what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know what we can do in Japan.
awesome. Well, guys, probably going to be streaming some Final Fantasy tomorrow. I believe it is meeting night.
Yes.
What time does that start?
9 o'clock.
8 your time.
All right, 8 o'clock our time. So we'll be playing a little bit of Final Fantasy, streaming it around 7:30 Central Time. Not sure for Friday, and I know Saturday is our next Eberron and Pathfinder.
Okay.
Pathfinder and Eberron session 39.
One of
So-
those two.
If you're interested in getting your hands on the playtest, you can help support me on Patreon at patreon.com/SciEndVex. Patrons get it first, and then as more stable builds, I guess, quote-unquote stable, less clunky versions of it are released, I will make it available to public either way. So it's not going to be, like, locked behind a Patreon wall or anything like that. It just takes a little bit longer to get to you guys. But, catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.